Yo, what is good, boys? Welcome back to the Creed Talk. Just hit a crazy workout. About a 40-minute drive. We went to a different gym, me and my boy. He trades as well, so something a little different. But we just got home, making my lunch right now if y'all can't hear it. But we're back with another Creed Talk as always. And today we're going to be talking about Psalm 73:26. And that says, "My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever." Right, what you got to realize as you continue to follow Christ is that you quite literally become indestructible, right? You become invisible to the worldly things, right, that everyone so often fall into, right? Things as lust, things like envy, things like anger, all these different things I have slowly withered away from my life. And it is simply because I realized that I am weak. No matter how much I try to quit. Yes, I ended up quitting porn 2 years ago. That was on my own, but just in general lust, right? I couldn't do it by myself. I realized I couldn't do it by myself. And for me, that was the final boss. Quitting porn wasn't the final boss, bro. That was, yes, it was hard for me. It's hard for me to do it, but I did that on my own. I'm not gonna lie. I did that on my own. I just quit, right? And it took me a few months to get to it, but I got over it. Right? But I still lust like everyone else does. And I realized over time, for like over a year, trying to do it by myself, trying to quit by myself and do it all by myself. When it comes to anger, when it comes to lust, when it comes to greed and emotion and FOMO in the markets, all these different things, I realized I can't rely on myself. Right? I am so weak. As a human, you and I are weak. It doesn't matter how strong you are. The strongest people fall into their emotions. They fall into their, temptations. Right? So you got to realize that you are weak. I am weak. So many things we cannot do on our own. And that's why we ask God. And that's why we rely on God. In the moment that I began to rely on God, and in the moment I was facing this temptation, I was facing this challenge of anger, and I was like, God, give me peace. God, rid of all the lust in my heart and fill my heart with love instead for others, right? And respect for myself. And overall love for you. That was the moment that my life began to change. Is when I realized that I can overcome all these negative emotions that so many people face. And that is quite literally the downfall of so many people in this world. I found the cheat code. And it's Christ. It's God. Relying on Him fully and realizing that, yes, I have to do my side of it and say no, right? I have to flee away from that sin, but God can lead you to you fleeing away from that sin, lead you to fleeing away and being spiritually strong, not spiritually weak, right? Because when you're not having a relationship with God, a continuously growing relationship with God, you are weak in the spirit and you are open to these dangers of this world, right? So, appreciate y'all boys for listening up today. If y'all want to join the Discord, it will be left down in the description as always. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.